Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Face First podcast. They didn't think we'd be here. They didn't think we'd make it this far.
Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on my penis.
How about that?
But as always, I'm Eden.
I'm Dugan.
And I'm Jonah.
And today we are diving, of course, right into the Packers' dominant win over the Rams.
OBJ who?
OBJ
who needs him?
Hey,
who fucking needs him?
So this is the most impressive thing to me about the Packers is when fully healthy, like I'd expect the Packers to beat the Rams because they match up well. Jair Alexander can take Kupp away. Elton Jenkins can limit Aaron Donald, shut him down. David Bakhtiari can take out Von Miller. Yep. They got a passing game, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers that can expose Jalen Ramsey.
Which they did.
And Devontae Adams, who can expose Jalen Ramsey, which they did.
I saw an interesting stat line where actually Aaron Rodgers was 7 for 7 when throwing the ball at Jalen Ramsey.
Really?
Like 100 yards. Yeah.
How old is that?
And usually Jalen Ramsey's like number one in like...
He's usually the best corner in the league.
By Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was not like a fluke. That's...
Yeah, it was diving his ass up the whole game.
I gotta admit, I'm surprised with all those injuries, Zadarius and Jair also included. I forgot to mention Zadarius, that the Packers won this game. I thought they'd be competitive.
Rashawn Gary had that sack fumble that was
that was a big play. Big play.
But we had the ball 3 drives that started within the Rams' 30. 2 of those came within the first 10 minutes of the game.
And I was just about to ask you, Dugan, what outside of Aaron Rodgers' great performance stuck out to you for the Packers? So, like, special teams, obviously.
Was dog shit. As it has been all year, I mean.
Yeah.
But
outside of Aaron Rodgers, how do you think this defense ultimately performed against the Rams? Because they did put up a lot of points, but it was like
garbage. It was a lot of garbage time. I think the game was sealed after the pick 6, and even before that, it was looking like the Packers were just running away with it. I mean,
yeah.
The Rams just basically couldn't stop our offense all day. Rodgers was a little gimpy at the end. A couple drives fizzled out. But other than that, I mean, it was a dominant game in all facets.
The box score shows an 8-point game, but they got 11 garbage time points.
Yeah, and just some quick Packers stats here. So they are now the number 5 scoring. And this is arguably the best team Aaron Rodgers has honestly had, even better than that Super Bowl team.
Best defense he's ever sniffed, bro.
Number 5 scoring defense, 7th ranked in yards. Aaron Rodgers is back in the MVP race. He's got 2,800 plus yards, 23 touchdowns, only 4 INTs. And you know it's an interesting thing between Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon?
What, Eden?
Aaron Jones, they both have around the same amount of carries, and they're both exactly averaging 4.24 yards per carry. Wow. So that's amazing for A.J. Dillon.
They're scheme running backs. They're not even good.
Yeah.
They're just scheme backs.
Did you see A.J. Dillon truck the fuck out of that Rams secondary guy?
Taylor Rapp, I think it was.
Sat him down, dude.
There was
tackling A.J. Dillon is no.
That's gotta be the shittiest job.
That man's got tree trunks for legs.
After Derrick Henry and maybe Ramondre Stevenson, not above Ramondre.
Patriots ass up.
But I mean, he's also 240.
He's a big boy, but he's not at the table yet.
He's a different.
A.J. Dillon, he's barely at the table too, to be real. But
he's established himself this year. He's a better pass catching back.
He can catch the ball as well. Yeah,
he's a much better pass catching back.
He's really seized the opportunity of Aaron Jones' injury issues.
You know what this season of the Packers? Sorry to cut you off, dudes. Reminds me of a lot of the '96 and '97 Bulls, and here's why. Because during '96, '97, there's always drama between Pippen and Jordan. Dennis Rodman's wrestling. He's going to Vegas every day, doing whatever Rodman does. But whenever they get on the court, and whenever this Packers team, despite all the drama that's been going on this season, and the injuries as well, when they get on the court, the Bulls, and when this Packers team gets on the field, they just dominate and they just do their job. And it is clear to me that the Packers, as of right now, are the best team in the NFL, and they're only getting healthier. They're trending upwards. But guys, I just want to ask one quick question here, and that's, where do you think the Rams go from here now with 3 devastating straight losses?
No. Down. I think their confidence is rattled. I think you can't. They're a very top-heavy team. They have all that talent, but they don't have a lot of depth. And especially with the OBJ signing, that went from a luxury to a necessity with the loss of Robert Woods.
Great point.
The ACL tear. I just think that the Rams, it all had to come crashing down at some point. They built a nice looking house of cards, but one thing goes wrong and it all goes to shit. And I think we're starting to see that.
I think the thing with them is when they play physical teams like the Packers, Niners, and Titans, like they just have because they're just too much of a finesse offense. Like they've been getting bullied on the interior of their offensive line. So I agree with you, Dugan. I do not see that. As of right now,
they'll still win the division.
I think the Cardinals.
I don't think they'll win the division.
I think the Cardinals,
that's right.
with Kyler and Hopkins coming back, they'll win it. But I still have Packers above them.
Easily.
49ers are looking great right now. And, of course, I have Tampa Bay above them. And speaking of Tampa Bay.
Before you say Tampa, okay, you guys are saying the Rams aren't going to, they're going to go downhill, but they play the Jags next week.
They got to play the Cardinals
Cardinals one more time. That might be an L. Seahawks, they're dumpster fire right now. That's a dub. The Vikings, you never really fucking know.
Vikings are playing well. They're a top 5 offense.
They've been playing well.
And they can run.
They don't always win, but they play well.
Yeah, they're always in the game. No bullshit. Mm-hmm. And then after that, they play the Ravens, which depends which Lamar you get.
Yeah.
And then they got to close out the season at the Niners, which is a winnable game.
But with the Packers already being ahead of them and Tampa having the easy schedule, they do the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to have to sneak in on the wild card because Arizona's winning that division.
That's going to be a bad thing for them because this Rams team is clearly way better at home than they are on the road.
Indeed.
But as we were talking about, we're going to go shift over to Tampa Bay. And this is a Tampa team that was down.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. This is a Tom.
And this is a team that
Tampa Bay Gronkaneers.
They got down 24-14 in the second half.
Showed a lot of resilience.
A lot of resilience. The Colts defense, it is the only defense in the league where every week since week 1, they've had at least one turnover in every game.
They have something like 24 or 25.
Yeah, overall. They got like 25 or 26 total turnovers. It's absolutely insane.
The Colts are also the only team in the NFL that has a horseshoe on their helmet.
That's big facts. That's true,
man. I never fucking noticed that.
Never thought about that.
I thought this was a huge win, in particular for Tampa. Probably one of their best of their season because the Colts defense, Dugan, as you know, they're no joke. And this is what I thought the Colts were going to do. I was kind of confused. I don't know if you watched the game, guys.
I did watch the game.
Why did Jonathan Taylor not touch the ball at all in the third quarter? And why did they?
Well, no, I think he
had that one drive where he had 9 rushes for 50. He ate Tampa, but finished it with a 10-yard touchdown.
But the thing is, he didn't really touch the ball for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
he only had 16 carries.
The Colts' game plan for most of the season has been hand the fucking ball to Jonathan Taylor, and rightly so.
He's been having 150 plus scrimmage yards for the past 4 games.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking.
To him?
Carson Wentz threw the ball 44 times.
Yeah, and that's a recipe for disaster. I don't trust Carson Wentz throwing the ball.
He actually had a good game.
He had a good game, but he had also, I believe, there was 2 picks, and he lost the fumble as well.
306 yards passing, 3 TDs, 2 picks, and the fumble.
Typical Carson Wentz stat line.
And they
kind of balled out in the air, but turned the ball the fuck
Yeah, no bullshit.
Classic, dude.
But you would figure with the 24-14 lead, and you have the ball in the third, just keep
run the fucking ball.
Jonathan
Run
Taylor,
the goddamn ball. You have one of the best running backs in the fucking league. I don't understand
Run your screens to Hines, get your chunk little 6-7 yards, and he just kept trying to force it to Michael Pittman. And Sean Murphy-Bunting was back for this game for Tampa. Their secondary.
Excellent. Devin White also had a standout game.
Vita Vea lost a tooth and was still shutting down the run in the first half.
Dude, his tooth got knocked the fuck out. You could see it on the slow-mo replay. His helmet was riding up his face. And then the crown of somebody's helmet just went boom right in and you see the tooth fly. And he's over on the sideline laughing with a bloody-ass mouth and face, dude. It was priceless.
Yeah, so currently...
See, he's laughing like that because he can just afford to pop a new tooth in there, bro.
He could probably buy a tooth from a homeless person.
He'll just get a solid gold tooth. I bet he gets a gold tooth, bro.
I would too. I would too if I was balling like that.
If I was that rich.
But the Bucs defense, their passing defense specifically, just 3 weeks ago they were ranked 27th. They are now 20th in the league.
Wow. They're getting healthy again.
Yeah, they still need Carlton Davis back, but the ultimate story here is Brady hasn't really been great in the last 2 games.
They still need Richie Shermy back,
but he hasn't had to.
He hasn't had to, and
he did lead the game-winning drive.
Yeah, and
but
he pushes the ball down
Fournette.
It was a lot of Fournette, but Brady is pushing the ball down the field, which enables Fournette to get those rushing touchdowns, and thank God for Fournette in that game.
Yes.
But, despite the clunkers we've seen from Brady, he still leads the league in passing yards with a little over 3,400. Leads the league in touchdowns, 31 passing touchdowns. And he's completing 68% of his passes, and they have a cake schedule, like we said earlier. Mm-hmm. So I expect them to win out or at least lose maybe one more game tops. And it's going to come down to, I believe, Packers and Bucks in the NFC, just like how it was last year.
Cardinals.
It's
a 3-team race for the top seed in the NFC.
Yeah. It's not like the AFC. The NFC is just completely top-heavy as shit.
Yes,
although
it is.
We have seen some impressive performances from some outlier NFC teams like the 49ers,
Indeed,
for example. 49ers continue to look impressive. They faced a Vikings team, which the defense
always
is...
game?
Yeah, it's always game. They have a pass rush. The run D it's all right, but I mean, this 49ers team is the most physical team in the league to me, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think specifically about the Niners, Elijah Mitchell is a fucking baller.
Yeah, they got a gem there.
He's the best waiver wire pickup in fantasy after maybe Cordero Patterson. I'm so glad. I benched him in my fucking... Dude. And I lost by 4.5 points. I was so pissed because Miles Sanders ended up... Elijah Mitchell was the reason they basically won this game. 27 carries, 130. Also had a couple big plays.
Debo, honestly, I really think the Niners' success is because Debo is getting more involved at running back.
I believe it's Debo and Elijah Mitchell, honestly.
Yeah,
and then just
Mitchell
short
too,
throws to Ayuk and Kittle here and there.
Yeah, that's that Kyle Shanahan offense, baby.
Yep. Elijah Mitchell, although he missed last week because of the finger surgery... He has back-to-back games.
Yeah, rushed for 133 yards with a fucking pin in his finger.
Yeah, and he's got hurt ribs. And so this is back-to-back games now where we've seen him get 27 rushing attempts. He's also had 30 receiving yards in that game. So it looks like Shanahan, despite... He was always fickle as hell, and I hated drafting San Francisco running backs for that reason, but it looks like the Niners have found their lead guy in Elijah Mitchell.
Yes.
Hold up. Justin Jefferson threw a pass in this game?
Oh, in the Vikings game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I think he attempted it to Thielen, I believe.
Yeah, he completed it.
Oh, he did.
It was a 24-yard completion. I was just looking at the box score.
Vikings needed to resort to some
one of these names
here.
doesn't fit here, bro.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, Dukes, and you, John, as well. What's the ceiling for this?
Yeah, I'm here too, motherfucker.
What's the ceiling for this night? That's me. What's the ceiling for this Niners team? You
second wild card. I mean, I guess that's my prediction.
There's 5th, 6th, and 7th seed. Do you see them more as a high-end playoff team, like 7th?
I see them as a low-end playoff
team. Just because...
there's not a lot of competition. It's like Minnesota and Saints.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're basically asking who's going to do better, the Rams or the Niners.
Yeah, and I mean...
True. And I think the Rams will do better than the Niners.
Yeah.
So I think the Niners will get the last...
They had a slow start.
They'll get a real slow start.
Well, let's say this happens. Let's say they somehow lose only one more game, go 10-7, and take either the 5th or 6th wild card spot, and they can at least go win a wild card game and go to the divisional round. Do you think this team plans to keep Jimmy G for a year, or is he still traded and Lance is starting?
I think they keep him.
I would trade him. They obviously don't believe in Jimmy G.
I would have to agree. You gave up too much for Lance.
He hasn't looked like the fucking answer at quarterback. Why the fuck would he, if he was, then they would be starting that motherfucker.
His sample size is really small, though.
Well, he's so young.
Can't judge him yet. And he's so young. He only started 18 or 17 games in college.
Jimmy Garoppolo is the way they win games now. And I think they still want to keep winning. Yeah. And I think even that will carry over to next year. I mean, he's under contract. They also traded a bunch of shit for him as well.
I'm honestly truly a believer in Lance. I don't think he's going to have a Mahomes type rising from his rookie year not playing to his second year.
But he'll be good.
He'll be good and great at sometimes. And I think they invested too much into him, traded too much for him. You got to start Lance.
I think what Trey Lance does is, Jimmy G's more of a game manager quarterback, but Trey Lance
gives you an over-the-top element. Dynamic.
Yeah, and with his ability to run and stuff, you could run the option with him and Elijah Mitchell. I was just in Debo. You could run wide receiver motions, triple option.
That's what Kyle Shanahan already does, man.
Tell me why I was thinking about that same exact thoughts earlier when I was thinking about the Niners. I was like, dude, Trey Lance with Elijah Mitchell and Debo, running RPOs and doing having them three in the backfield, not knowing who's going to run it, that is going to be a problem.
It would be insane.
That would be a huge problem because Trey Lance, people think okay he can run, but no, he can run. He ran a 4.5 and he's 6'3.5", 6'4", 230.
Right, that man's he'll be a problem, but definitely not this year.
Well, you know who the guys who are not going to trade for Jimmy G?
The Patriots.
That's the Patriots, baby, because we got Mac Jones. I'm always going to hype up Mac Jones.
Who?
No, I'm always going to hype that guy up.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, they have now ramped up their win streak to 6 in a row with a dominant win over the Titans.
Yeah, lately it's not been close wins either.
Yeah, they have been beating
ass spanking.
They have been beating teams out. They're actually
score differential on that 6-game.
Would you say they've been eating teams out?
No, they actually have the highest turnover differential in the NFL.
The highest plus minus. That's just
no. I'm talking about the highest turnover differential. So they're plus 12.
Plus minus.
Ryan Tannehill threw for 93
plus minus
yards
score, but it can
in
also be
2021.
But anyway, I was going to say, this team, it's looking great because their last 4 games, they've rushed over 140 yards. They're top 10 in rushing. They're also a top 13 pass offense.
Defense.
How much did you say?
What?
How
rushing
much
yards?
Rush for? Because it wasn't over.
No, in this, I meant saying 4 of their last 6 wins.
Okay, because they ran for 105.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was 111.
No.
It was 105.
86.
I did see the Titans, though, were giving up only 96 rush yards a game. So,
yeah,
just to see them go over 100. But the most important thing was to see Mac.
The Titans rushed for a lot of yards as well.
The Titans
that was
rushed
surprising to me, honestly. I thought the Patriots always just take away the run first.
264. They rushed for 264 yards.
Titans?
Yeah, they had 200-yard rushers. Rushing.
I knew Hilliard. Yeah, I knew Hilliard.
130,
I didn't
109,
know. I didn't
24
know
from Tannehill.
Yeah, Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
Brazen game at 6, and he's not good.
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
He's bad.
Yeah, he's bad. But we've seen an evolution of Mac Jones, it seems like, in these last couple games. He was 23 of 32, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. He had a run for a first
Guess
down.
who picked up Kendrick Bourne this week in fantasy?
Oh, you got Bourne?
Guess who his bench he was on?
Oh,
every time.
2 TDs.
Every
on the bench,
time,
baby.
But hey, this is also Mac's now 6th game where he's had above at least 102 passer rating. And that's tied for top 5 in the NFL.
Fake news.
2,850 yards. It's 13th in the NFL for passing. 16 TDs, 8 INTs. And so when I look at compared to other rookie seasons, Dak played 16 games.
He's thrown 8 picks?
Yeah, he's thrown 8 picks. If you take out just the Saints game, he'd be 15-5. But that Saints game fucked them. But I mean, I just compare him to other rookie quarterbacks, and honestly, I get the ceiling.
All recent rookies.
Just in the last decade, even.
Yeah,
he has been the only other one I can think of who had a better start was maybe Andrew Luck. When I look at record yardage,
I think it's Andrew Luck.
And
obviously, we don't know how this season turns out yet, but
and I have to say Andrew Luck because Mac is on the great Patriots team, and Andrew Luck, turned around the Colts.
It's always good to play for the fucking Patriots, man. They just win.
Yeah, they managed to find a way to win.
Who would have thought the quarterback that kind of fell in the draft to a middle team was doing better than the first?
Had more success than the guys that went to the shittier teams. I mean,
Mac,
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, Mac just landed in the perfect
spot. Seriously?
Yeah, the Jets can't get it going.
Fuck the Jets, dude.
The Jets are such a beacon of consistency.
So, are we down now, though, on the Titans? Are we we know where they're going to make the playoffs, but no Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no, they were doomed.
Julio
they were
was missing.
doomed the
AJ
second.
was missing, I think.
Yes. Yeah, they were doomed the second Derrick Henry went down.
Yeah.
And then Julio's consistent not being there. AJ Brown's, he's done, right?
I still think they'll win the division. He's on IR, which is only 3 games.
I don't think he's,
they'll win the division for sure, because the Colts are unreliable, and then it's the Texans and Jaguars. Yeah, the Colts kind of
It'll come down to Colts and Titans, but yeah, let's say they do win the division and they get Derrick Henry and AJ Brown back for their first game. I mean, do you still give them a shot to go further, or does this team already...
for one and done.
Yeah.
Not even one and done, just done.
Honestly.
Because they're... Who would they match up against? I guess it depends on matchup, but...
If they were to win division, they probably get the 3rd or 4th seed in the AFC. But I mean, all those teams are have over 6 wins. They're so freaking close to each other. Like, so obviously, if we know you're getting every team's A game, it's the Chiefs and Bills. But, like, the Patriots are more consistent given a B or A game, so that's why they have the potential to beat these higher teams. And I'd rank them above the Titans so far right now as that actual legit Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Yeah. But, let's go to another team that's starting to heat up, Jonah. You got to be happy about this.
Yes, indeed.
Miami, 2 wins in a row. They are now in 5-7, and they are playing with the Wild. They're not currently in the wild card, I believe.
They've won 4 straight.
Yeah, they won 4 games in a row here. They're in the wild card hunt. I keep saying hunt.
In the cunt for the wild
card. They're in the cunt for the wild card, and this week they're playing the dusty-ass Giants.
Yeah, but these...
the hunt for the cunt.
Yeah. But the last 2 games, especially against Lamar and Cam, I mean, the defense has looked like a top 5 defense
Lamar was
here.
3 games ago.
Lamar was 3 games ago?
It was Lamar, then the weak-ass Jets, and then Cam.
Oh, I forgot there was the Jets in between them. You're right.
Man,
but,
Jets suck so bad.
Tua doesn't... He's averaging only 106 passing yards, really, last 3 games. His numbers have been minimal. You know who's been balling out, though, for them? Jalen Waddle.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
29 catches, 2 TDs in the last 4 games for them. And I'm looking
he got some rushing touchdowns last week, too.
Yeah, and with this defense, I'm seeing, like, if they can consistently play like this, and Tua is just...
If Tua can just go somewhere else...
They were a top 10 defense last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Tua could just go somewhere else...
They have the fucking guys.
And Deshaun Watson did not criminally do anything to those women.
I know you want.
I would love to have him in Miami, bro. But
he totally did that shit.
I know. That's why I don't want him.
I mean,
nobody wants him. He's fucking radioactive now.
I mean, when you just look at that roster.
He's so good.
So Joe,
the Dolphins' success, their defense has obviously turned up, but Myles Gaskin has been.
Oh yeah, Myles Gaskin's been super underrated lately.
Yeah.
I was wondering when they were going to get him going, but I mean, when you look at the roster. Outside of Tua, like it's a great roster, but you're saying you don't believe Tua's the future, though.
Like, I don't think anyone in Miami does.
I did at first, but it's the same shit as in Alabama. Injuries, bro.
Yeah, the injuries.
And inconsistency.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, he might be...
since high school, he's been riddled with injuries.
Yeah, well, he might be...
In the NFL, he's had super high highs, like Dugan said.
Yeah.
Inconsistent. It's super low.
But it's like when you look at just
like
general...
what you look for in a quarterback.
General
Consistency.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
availability
for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Availability and
it's the best ability.
We like some excitement on Sundays, maybe.
Yes.
But it's like
interesting
Tua kind of has that Jimmy Garoppolo effect, though, because it's like, even though when he's not playing a lot, when he does play, they have a winning record.
Yeah, he's not...
He's like a Teddy Bridgewater.
He's not good enough to where I think we're Super Bowl contenders, but he's not bad enough to move on from. And I should just be happy that there's potentially playoffs
for the rest of the season, but
they're probably going to rock with him next year too.
Next year, yeah,
they probably will.
Deshaun Watson's not.
He was the second pick in the draft. They got to
try. He was number 5 overall. Yeah, he was second quarterback.
Yeah,
but I mean, if the Dolphins move on from Tua, we know. Panthers are definitely going to move on from Cam after this year, I think.
Are they not bringing him back?
I mean, he's going to be on the roster, but I think it's going to be like...
Carolina's quarterback situation is so fucked.
It is so
fucked. It's fucking hilarious,
dude. But I think they're going to ultimately just continue starting Darnold, and they'll give like 3 or 4 packages to like Cam Newton.
Why?
It's like
that's disrespectful.
They traded line for Darnold. What a bunch of idiots, dude.
I mean, the first 3 games, although the competition wasn't so high, he looked amazing, but he just hasn't panned out, really.
He's the same quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking. They could just, like, make him into a different guy who's better, but...
Yeah. Hey, Sam, we know things in New York didn't work out.
So we're just going to try the exact same thing.
Here in Carolina...
We'll give you the same exact O-line you had with the Jets.
Could you just do better?
O-line where you'll just keep getting sacked.
Could you please just do better, Sam?
We're
begging you.
Yeah, we had to trade some shit.
After this,
we're gonna feel like a bunch of assholes.
The GM's like this. Sam, we put so much in you. Just play better.
Just do it. Fucking do it.
Yeah, I don't think Cam makes it past this year, honestly, man.
I fucking hope he does, bro. I want a happy ending for Cam Newton.
Like,
I'm not talking Super Bowl rings. I'm talking playoff berth and then get the fuck out of here.
I'd be surprised if he had one season.
Like a Michael Vick end of the career.
Yeah, a little run.
Yeah.
Remember when they called that Philly team the Dream Team?
Yes. Great. Those are some fun years to watch fucking football.
They started the season like
the Michael Vick Eagles years. The Michael Vick Eagles years were pretty good, dude.
They were when they had fucking DeMarco Murray, although they didn't really know how to use him. But him and Deshaun Jackson.
That was the Deshaun Jackson Eagles years.
Those were crazy, dude.
Those were the best.
One of the best plays ever.
The punt return.
The punt return.
The miracle. Yes, when he muffed it and then picked it up. That was
the most G shit. Like, he was obviously running out the clock when he was going across the field, but that shit hit 0 and he still ran like 20 more yards sideways.
But another quarterback, though, who's for sure out, and I'm just going to mention this real quick. We got to talk about it. Baker Mayfield after this year, book it. The Browns are not paying this guy $35 to $40 million.
No, he wants $40 million a year. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Franchise tag seems like the most likely option, but they're for sure not giving this dude a contract.
No sneezing.
I wouldn't give him a fucking contract.
And they low-key should have just benched him for... I think Keenum would have won that game against the Ravens, in my mind, if they would have benched Baker just because he's playing hurt, and then give him this bye week and then see what he can do. But even if he's healthy, I just
even
don't
last
like him.
week you were talking up Case Keenum, but he's a backup for a reason.
I get it, but he scored 17 against Denver. You think he could have scored 17 against the Ravens? I think
the Ravens D. Actually, I don't think the Ravens D is.
It's not. They're nowhere. They are nowhere near as close as good as the Denver's D. Denver's D is way better.
They're better than
I think.
No, not this year. I don't think.
Denver's a top 5 defense and top 5 scoring as well.
They're top 5 in fantasy.
They always are.
Yeah,
I don't
know. I'm saying.
I don't remember if I dropped them or the Cowboys.
I mean, they've had Teddy Bridgewater at the quarterback, and they're still 6-6. They've been getting carried by their backs: Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams is
having a breakout year,
dude. Nobody talks about him when it comes to rookies, but I feel like him and Elijah Mitchell need to get a lot more love.
Is Elijah a rookie?
Yeah, Elijah's a rookie. 6th round draft pick, by the way. And he's like 400 yard games
San Francisco's getting that for like $1 million.
Basically.
All that production.
Yeah, literally like $300K a year, probably for 3 years.
That as a team.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, that's why San Fran can give a lot of money to a marginal quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, you know.
True.
Speaking
of quarterbacks and ones that suck. Ben
goddamn
Roethlisberger, dude.
Well, dude,
old rapist ass finally getting his shit kicked in.
Hey, he's done after this year, and if they can't get Aaron Rodgers or like Russell Wilson or Deshaun next year, they would have to probably wait until the 2023 draft for C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, and Bryce Young to come out. Because all of those guys look like studs. Mike Tomlin just gives me the case like he always wants to win, and they're never going to be like in the running to get like a top 15 pick to get one.
This is about to be Mike Tomlin's first losing season ever, I think.
And there's still, I think, 5?
I think he's had a couple.
5.
No, this would be his first one ever.
Really?
He's never finished below 500.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I didn't believe it either.
The Steelers team is dog shit.
He took a Mason Rudolph Steelers team to like fucking 9-7 or 8-8, and like I think a playoff berth too. I'm pretty sure.
Remember the good old days when the NFL season was 16 games?
I missed the 16-game season.
I know all the records that people are talking about for playoffs this year are fucking me up, dude. Yeah. You're like, you go 10-7 and sneak.
Yeah, it's like what?
10-7?
Yeah, it's like that's
it's 10-6.
And it's like, what is 10-7? Basically feels like an 11-6.
Yeah, it's weird. It's 10-7.
Now I don't know which record means a good team or a bad team.
Yeah, before you knew.
You saw the amount of wins and you're like, okay.
You're like 8-8. They were decent, you know, not good, not great, but they were there, you know.
Yes.
Now it's like 10-9. Was that good?
Right.
Or 10-9. What the fuck?
A team in their division, though. A team in their division, though. The Bengals.
The Bengals have
the Bengals just smacked the Steelers 41-10. Fucking forced Big Ben into 2 picks, 1 for a pick 6. Burrow absolutely balled out on him. Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Who didn't ball out? Jamar.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody but Jamar.
This is the collapse of the J-Libs fantasy team. The last 2 weeks it started.
I feel like I had to beat Drew because his team is dangerous, and I'm like, I need to knock him out of the playoffs.
Yeah, Drew's who beat me last week.
And he beat me by 4.5 points.
Drew beat me last week.
His team is stacked. Shout out to you, Drew, if you listen to this. But yeah, I mean, I was talking about Bengals. I was talking about Bengals ceiling being like maybe one and done in the playoffs. But low key, this looks like a team that can go far.
Looks like a team that'll lose in the AFC Championship game if they make it past the first round.
Like AFC
looks like a team that's going to go 2 and done.
Yes. But I mean, that's a good ceiling for a team this young.
Yeah.
Mixon's,
fact.
Yeah, Mixon's still young. I mean, he's like 27.
That's old.
That's old for a running back. Yeah, I guess.
But he's still fucking
Joe Burrow and Joe
Mixon is a goddamn monster, dude.
Oh, he is.
He's the best running back that nobody talks about.
Yeah, he's underrated.
I put him in the same category as like Austin Eckler in San Diego.
Yeah, I agree.
That's San Diego.
Yeah, I put him in that Eckler tier.
Yeah, like so good, but nobody really gives a fuck.
Gibson as well has been playing through a shin injury, and he still is like getting over like 100 fucking yards somehow. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Bengals, they're looking fucking great this year. Another quarterback time that I need to talk about though is Dak Prescott, and everybody was going into the season saying, "All right, he's like a top 5 quarterback or whatever," but he has not been good in his last 3 games. And it just seemed like when Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb went out and Zeke's not getting carries, he can't carry a team to win a game. He scored 9 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Fucking almost lost the Giants.
Pass rush was tremendous in that game. You got to give Kansas City a little credit.
Chris Jones did a
got to give Kansas City a little credit for his pass rush. This is true.
The way they lost to the Raiders, though, and we know what a dysfunction the Raiders have been this season. They're always up and down.
One of their star wide receivers killed someone.
Yeah,
his first fuck up.
And their head coach that they literally had for like the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season got fired for being a racist, homophobe.
Yeah, it's a typical Raiders dysfunction.
Typical Raiders brand.
Classic Raiders, dude. Gotta love it.
Hey, yo, my man Eden, hit us with that top 5.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I got another top 5 this week, and
top 5
is talking about the top 5 potential NFL careers that were ruined by tragedy, injury, early retirement, stuff
Speaking
like that.
of Henry
top 5
Ruggs.
careers.
Damn, that was a perfect.
That would have been perfect.
That was perfect. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
These are guys I think just would have been like Hall of Fame candidates or Hall of Famers themselves. They got to continue on with their career. So number 5, start with RG3. Ooh. He might have actually been the only rookie season, as I was talking about Mac Jones earlier, who was probably had a better rookie season than Mac Jones.
Did you see this?
He balled the fuck out.
He's like writing a book now.
Is he?
About how the Redskins destroyed his career. Yeah, like they destroyed his knee. Like they fucked up his knee beyond repair, and like
and they said he was like good when he wasn't.
Dude, he got to like the divisional game of the playoffs in his fucking rookie year. He had like 26 touchdowns, like 500 rushing yards.
But I didn't get it from China.
Like that injury just completely fucked him, and I think more so fucked up like his mental. Like he
he was definitely
they kept sending him out there hurt.
Fucked up one knee, came back, brace on this knee, fucks up this knee. Mm-hmm. I'd be fucking scared to play football too.
Number 4 was a little bit of injury at the end of his career, but mostly just retired only after playing 7 seasons, and that's that homie Patrick Willis. He's that linebacker that just before Bobby
Willis was a beast.
He came up with like Bobby Wagner. Well, he was a little bit before Wagner, but like he was always considered number 1 or 2 middle linebacker in the game, and he was
the hardest hitting linebacker in the league for a while.
Yeah, no bullshit.
People
like he was
feared him,
7 seasons is a good fucking run.
Yeah, for a linebacker, that's a good career.
That is a great career, but I mean we've seen linebackers go great.
No, yeah, he was one of those guys when who's the other Niner? Who's the other Niner that just retired out of nowhere?
I got no idea. Because I know
Lynch.
No, he was a Buccaneer.
But no, I know he was 29 when he retired though, so he was still at the height of his powers. Like he was still in his prime. Yeah, he had an injury in his last year. That's kind of what made me put him on here. But I don't think he'll end up making the Hall of Fame, honestly, just because of the injuries. But we'll have to see. Number 3 though, and this is a guy I really wish worked out, is Josh Gordon.
Oh,
so, he's currently still on a team. He's still on the Chiefs, technically, but obviously he just doesn't have that juice or burst he does anymore. And I mean, he's obviously had a sad past, charges, trouble in the league with doping violations.
Sorry to cut you off there, but the Niner I was referring to that retired was Chris Borland. He retired he was supposed to be like a really good linebacker from Ohio State, I believe.
Yeah.
And he retired at 24.
Oh, at 24.
Yeah. Because he was like,
I know what
scared of like CTE and shit, basically.
Yeah. Pussy.
Yeah, number 3, money, Josh Gordon.
Facts, bro. Secure a check, bro.
Gordon
fuck your brain, dude.
Fuck your
CTE
brain.
takes a long time.
Yeah.
You got a degree or something.
Just play until your second contract, get the deposit, and then 2 weeks, baby.
But yeah, no, Josh Gordon flashed, had 1,600-yard season, and then after that, just nothing came of him.
Motherfucker couldn't stop smoking the ganja.
Yeah.
Which so ridiculous.
I get it,
for that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Well, he also cocaine charges, too.
Hey, man. Every now and again, a little too much ganja.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
Leads you to a little cocaine.
Having a fun time. He was still good. They should have just let him do his thing.
Hell yeah, bro! If you're not taking steroids,
PEDs, that's all I care about.
You're good.
Official face first opinion. It's fine if you do a little drugs on the side.
You
it's
can do
professional athlete career.
You can have
it's okay.
A treat now.
Take it from me.
Hey, bro, if your main job is to play with a ball, smoke a little weed. I don't care. I don't care.
Do a little sneeze once in a while.
Just once in a while.
Just a little bit.
You got a lot of money. Be responsible. Don't kill yourself now.
Yeah, no, number 2, though, I'm going to have Andrew Luck. I think also played 7 years, but he also missed an entire year due to injury. Missed a lot of other
more like Andrew Duck.
I mean, dude, his O-line...
No, he's a great quarterback.
His O-line before...
He
was like
the most sacked quarterback ever, bro.
He got sacked like 60-plus times a season until his final year when he finally had a good O-line. But by then he already...
55.
No, but by then he already had like a lacerated liver, like a fucking...
Dude, his body was destroyed.
His entire body was destroyed.
Torn to shreds.
And I'm lacerating my liver right now.
And he was
with
for
the pink
sure.
And blue?
The pink and blue.
Shout out Pink and Blue.
Pink and blue.
But yeah, no, he would have for sure been a Hall of Famer if he would have ended up playing
the
rest of his career.
That's literally the only ones I've drank.
And number 1... I gotta have my boy Sean Taylor. Jonah, I know you
Rest
agree
in
with
peace,
me.
Sean T.
Rest in peace, Sean T. The B was
guy
considered
that got
the
killed
best
in the robbery or whatever.
Yeah, he was defending his home and got shot in the leg.
The best safety at the time. Him and Ed Reed, they were at the top. He did play like
and Troy Polamalu too.
Yeah, Troy was coming.
Those are the 3, bro, that like defined that position for like years.
They just dominated it. Like they were always known. But Sean Taylor's career obviously cut tragically short, and I thought he had the most potential out of all of these guys. So. Rest in peace, Sean T.
Right,
we love you.
And fuck Jackson Mahomes for dancing on his memorial.
Yeah, for real. Fuck Jackson Mahomes for that.
That's why the Chiefs suck this year.
And I hope they don't fucking win the Super Bowl because of that.
They're winning their division right now.
They don't know that, bro. Fuck, they are.
Yeah, dude.
Then everyone else is 6-5.
Oh, I love it, dude. AFC West.
Oh yeah, the
baby.
AFC West and the AFC North are always just super competitive. At AFC.
How about them Milwaukee Bucks, boys?
Yes, indeed, 7 straight.
Our newest addition, DeMarcus Boogie Cousins, baby.
He came into my work last night.
Hell yeah. Last night, iconically, the Face First podcast host, Dugan, was in the same building with the Reverend Jesse motherfucking Jackson.
And also Boogie Cousins.
And Boogie motherfucking Cousins.
It was pretty sick, dude. Unrelated. Pretty sick. Yeah, unrelated to one another, but, you know.
No, it was definitely
in the same
related.
building.
They all linked and they all smoked a spliff together. It was crazy.
Yeah, Dugan I got high with those guys. It was great.
Dugan is fighting in Europe and getting high with Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Oh, yeah. We forgot to ask you. How was your kickboxing camp in Croatia, bro?
Yeah, how'd Croatia go?
You know, I beat some guys' asses with my sick kicks and punches. And
hell yeah.
You did some sweet shit.
Yeah.
I heard you put somebody in a rear naked. And then
bitch.
Hey, another guy though that the Bucks brought up
Grayson Allen.
Brought up from the G League is Javonte Smart. He was averaging 22 points in that league, 50% from the field, 39% from 3. So that's just more firepower from the Bucks. I think we got too many guys, man. Like,
yeah, the G League pickup guy, I forget his name already.
Javonte Smart.
Yeah, he's never gonna see the court.
No,
he won't unless
garbage time.
Yeah, not even
like
garbage
contracts are like
and
fucking.
It sucks because I really
dude.
want to see what he could do because I feel like he's like another Jordan Nwora.
They dropped Justin Robinson to sign him to the 2-way contract, which is fine because Justin Robinson
he never
sucks.
saw the court either. Fucking.
He did at the game that I went to, dude. He played like fucking 20 minutes.
For real?
Yeah.
Who'd you see?
When I went,
the Magic,
when they played
right?
the Jazz, dude.
The Jazz?
And they had like so many guys hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Milwaukee now bringing in Cousins.
Yeah.
They're already on a 7-game win streak. Drew and Middleton.
Finding our stride.
They haven't lost when the big three all play.
8-0, I think you were saying, Jonas. They're 9-0 now when the
they
big three played
lose.
this year. We know Giannis is Giannis, but Drew and Middleton have honestly been super impressive in like the last 4 or 5 games to me.
Yes.
They've been in their bag.
So has Connaughton. So has Grayson Allen.
For
Bobby
sure.
Portis has been.
Yeah, Bobby Portis has stepped up.
Yeah, he had 28 and 10 games.
I forget exactly what it was.
6 of 7 from 3 in that game too.
There was one game they had where it was like Giannis and Bobby did something that hasn't been done since Oscar Robertson and Kareem.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What?"
I did see that stat line.
I think it was like 2 players with like 30+ points and 10+ rebounds.
Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah. And the Bucks are looking great at the right time,
Dude,
before they can ride this into the All-Star break. And
starting to get hot.
I was saying in the last episode, or a couple episodes ago, I can't remember, if you can just be 12-8 by when you're 20 games in, and you can hopefully get Brook Lopez back, we'll be fine.
Still waiting on that.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Boogie. That's why we signed
the Boogie signing.
That's why I love it.
I love it, but it also worries me because it's like, okay, we signed Boogie.
Did you see?
This means Brooks probably going to be gone a little longer,
That's what, I was going to say.
But also,
that as well.
it does add some depth.
10
I love it for the depth.
I mean,
I love it for the depth.
And also, he actually made some valuable contributions for the Clippers in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, and it's like me and
I watched a lot of those games, man. There was a point where he had like 15 points within 5 minutes.
Yeah, and he's the type of guy
in the
where
playoffs.
Yeah, you can't expect him to do that every night, but like you said,
in
the playoffs,
he can be a good post defender.
Like last year,
big body.
Last year when Brooks dropped
presence.
30 in the playoffs. That could be Boogie. Just a random 30-point game. Like, we needed that tonight.
And he's an alright shooter.
Boogie's capable, bro.
He's got a mid-range.
I'm excited, and I hope the Bucks run it.
I just hope the right culture.
Some Giannis, Boogie pick and roll. Yeah, and Boogie's a passer, bro.
Yeah, if anybody can fit DeMarcus Cousins, like, attitude, quote-unquote, in their locker rooms, definitely Giannis, Chris, and Drew, the, like, 3 chillest dudes in the NBA.
We have a culture
we brought
in Milwaukee.
Grayson Allen in here, no problem. He's been tip-top.
They just like to play basketball and win.
Every championship team talks about it. Like, we just have this culture, It's like we're there for the people around us type thing. Like
playing basketball, and
we're focused on winning.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. And Boogie knows that coming here.
Just focus on win. Like, don't bring any of the other bullshit in here.
There was no bullshit with him on the Clippers last year.
Yeah, no, he's been quiet for years.
There hasn't been all those on the court troubles or off the court troubles were a long time ago.
Yeah, no, he definitely gets an unfair rap.
Yeah, and his production's not like garbage.
He's like
a Dwight Howard
bench
type of guy.
Center. He's a great bench center.
He's basically slightly younger. What I think Dwight is to the Lakers right now, to the Bucks. He's going to come in, give him like 20 minutes.
Boogie's not as athletic as Dwight even now.
Yeah, no, and even now.
Boogie can barely jump over a phone book.
Yeah, no. Dwight has always just been a fucking athletic freak, though.
Yeah.
I feel that's how Giannis is going to be. Even when he's like 34, 35.
Giannis can stand on his tippy toes and probably grab rim, bro. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's like a crazy hypothetical to think of, but like I picture Giannis at like 40 still in the league. Just throwing up long-ass sky hooks.
Kareem in it?
Yeah, because he's got the perfect build for it. He's
really
long and huge. He's 9 feet out from the hoop, just like this, lasering it down into the hoop. Like,
but what he has been developing is a fadeaway mid-ranger. He has been making that consistently in the game.
That 15-footer, dude, is lethal.
Honestly, you know what I think?
He always spin around right on the baseline. He does that move, and it's just like
it's like unguardable. Chris Middleton move.
Yeah,
it's unguardable. A taller version.
You can tell Giannis is borrowing from Chris, bro.
Yeah,
for sure. Great. Like, even how Giannis will, like, dribble down court and just do that pull-up 3 right away. It looks like Chris Middleton's shooting it. He takes that left step into the right and just flicks it.
And everybody still keeps him open, and he's been making
making threes. He actually has.
It's to a point where you kind of need to respect it.
You need to go full perimeter.
That's really
guard.
all that he needs, because if he can pump fake that and that someone bites, he's at the rim.
One step forward. He's already by you.
You need a guy who can take him all around the entire perimeter, because if not, he's just going to either just take a step, get around you, and lay it in.
That's why me personally, I think the Heat are going to be our biggest issue in the East.
Bam Adebayo has always been his
he defends Giannis so well because he's athletic, long enough.
Yep. But he's big. He's short.
He's short. He's like 6'9", but like you said, he's big.
He's so he can
bang with the center.
It's kind of how Houston, when they used to play PJ Tucker at center, even, and PJ's only like 6'6", but he's a big body that can just bother 1 through 5.
That was still insane though.
That was insane. That was too small.
It was a stupid ass lineup.
It was better when they had Capella in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't even know where Capella plays right now.
He's on the Hawks, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. He plays
he is. You're right. The Hawks have been balling too, low key.
Yeah, honestly, they were in a slump in the beginning of the season. For Trae Young, he seemed like not adapt to the rules right away,
Yeah,
but it seems like he's got it going now, and he's just typical Trae Young again. And him and who's that John Collins dude?
Yeah, John Collins.
They have a crazy connection.
And Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, Kevin Huerter is just a sweet
and they're all really young, and they all re-signed all those guys.
Yeah, DeAndre Hunter too.
Yep. Yeah.
Such a good young team coming up.
Isn't Cam Reddish still with them as well?
Yep.
Jesus. Yeah.
And they still got Lou Will.
Lou Will.
His old ass really doesn't do much anymore.
Yeah, he's the Papa Wing presence on the team. The vet.
He's like the Udonis Haslem guy, except he actually plays.
He's like Udonis Haslem, but he's only in Atlanta.
He's like a Jamal Crawford type of guy.
He's in Atlanta for the strip clubs.
But yeah.
he's in Atlanta for Magic City. And that's
no fucking doubt. But hey, he's also another guy, like you said, with DeMarcus that can just come out and give you like 25, 30 points
out of nowhere, yeah.
I mean, he was a 2 or 3
He did that shit against the Bucks in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did. Another great game I want to talk about. It just happened yesterday. The ball versus ball matchup.
Yes.
The balls were battling, bro. It was an insane matchup.
My balls are battling right now.
The Bulls obviously...
High five.
The Bulls obviously blew them out. Because they're just a better team.
They blew him, didn't they?
They blew the fuck out of them.
But when you look at like LaMelo and Lonzo's compared
they went at it, bro.
They went at it. I think Lonzo was like 18-6 and LaMelo was like 18-13 and like 10 or something. I think he had a triple-double.
Yeah, I'll get the exact stats.
They went crazy.
In a second.
But yeah, they both dropped 18 on each other. They both just guarded each other like throughout the entire game.
Yeah, LaMelo hit Lonzo with a step back. It was
That's like a fucking dream, dude. That's sick,
dude.
Brother,
bro.
Yeah, you're in the NBA. You both play for different teams. You get to fucking play against your
Lonzo
brother.
dropping
That's like
18. The Bulls' big four with him, Vucevic, DeMar, and Levine, they scored 99 of the Bulls' 133 points in that game.
God.
Yeah. Vucevic had 30 and 14 for the dub.
Vucevic shot the lights out, bro.
Dude, yeah. He has been so underrated.
Terry Rozier dropped 31.
It was Miles Bridges that really disappointed him in this game,
yeah,
honestly.
He fell
played
short.
Like 37 minutes and only dropped 9 points. And he's like usually a 16 to 18 point guy.
Yeah, he did fall short for sure.
That's what I expect from the
big
Bulls.
Man got to score.
It kind of helped us because what's Charlotte's record now?
13-7.
So like the Bucks are like just only like a half game behind.
They're a little bit. I think the Charlotte's the 4th seed.
Yeah,
and the Bucks are 5th.
The Bucks are 4. We're tied.
Where are the Wizards? I thought the Wizards were at like
we're at
13-8.
Chicago's ahead.
Yeah, Chicago's ahead. They're like 3.
Oh, we're tied with
Chicago's
with
14-8. Charlotte's 13-10.
13-10.
Yep.
Damn. I guess I did look at this the other day. So other teams have played more games.
Yeah.
The Bucks have not.
But yeah, Zach LaVine leads the NBA in fourth quarter scoring. And DeMar DeRozan
has been cooking.
He has LaVine.
The Bulls are
and DeMar
fucking good, dude.
Fucking good.
They are arguably the best scoring duo in the league.
It's insane, dude. The turnaround the Bulls have had. Last year, they were pretty ass. LaVine and Vucevic. Ass. They got Vucevic at the end of the year. Like, big things coming next year. And then, bam! DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso. What?
And it's like now they got a deep roster. And
now they're going to the fucking Eastern Conference Finals, arguably.
No doubt.
Like, they're in for such a good season.
Yeah, where are the Wizards right now in the East? Have they had a fall? Because like when I checked like a week ago, they were like maybe 4th seed.
Let's see them. NBA Eastern Conference.
Stats.
They're the 4th seed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The Wizards are the 4th seed.
Charlotte's the 6th seed. Bucks are 5th. Hornets 4th. Heat 3. Bulls 2.
Bucks are tied for 4th. It's only 4 and 5 because the Wizards beat us head to head.
We're tied with the Heat too at 13.
And also the Heat. Yeah so it's basically all the 3 seed. At this point,
look at from pretty much early. From like 3 to 12, 11. It's such a tight race in the East.
The East is loaded.
The East is fucking loaded. Even the last. No, there's the Magic still, right? Yeah. There's the shitters.
Magic are horrible.
There's the shitters.
Well, you know what team has been super underperforming, though, in the East, which I kind of wasn't expecting? Nah, the Sixers, bro.
Oh, that's because Embiid's been gone.
Missed 9 games.
That's because Ben Simmons threw a fit at the beginning of the year.
And Embiid almost died from COVID.
Yeah.
Literally. He's only played 11 games, and Sixers are 3-7 in the last 10.
He did the interview where he was like, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it, bro. Like, that COVID shit is no joke.
It is no joke. That shit do not be no
fucking joke, dude.
Take it from somebody who's had it.
Don't want to get that shit.
You don't want to get that shit.
Don't want to get that shit.
Yeah, that's obviously been affecting his play. He's down to 22 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, and only 43% from the field. Obviously, you expect Embiid to be around like Giannis's caliber, dropping like 28 and 13 every game, imposing his will. But he's been settling for mid-rangers, and I don't want to see that from Embiid. So, but Seth Curry and Tobias Harris have been carrying this team. They've both been like basically 20-plus points a game, and that's their life.
What was that? Sorry.
We were talking about fireworks. I have a quarter stick.
I was talking about how basically Embiid is just saying could be because of COVID. But like Seth Curry and Tobias Harris have just been straight up carrying them basically, and that's the only reason they're somehow even in contention.
Yeah, they're gonna obviously once Embiid comes back.
11 and 10 is not that bad, dude.
Yeah,
it's not that bad, but 3 and 7 in their last 10 is like when you take the sample size.
Yeah, because that's all without Embiid. Yeah, that's all without Embiid. That's why I'm not sure if it's
all Embiid. Yeah. I thought he missed some before that.
All Embiid. No, he missed 9 games all from COVID.
Yeah. And he's still not back yet.
Wait, what are they, 10 and 11?
No, he's back. He came back last night.
11. Oh, he did come back?
He missed
11 and 10. He missed 9 games.
He missed 10 games. So 11 and 10, yeah. So it's still, okay. So 3 and 7 in their last 10. Wow, that makes perfect sense, actually.
Yeah. So
still a good team. The East is just loaded. The Knicks have been playing well. I mean, it's a loaded conference this year.
Yeah, Knicks were giving the Nets a run for their money today.
There's really only 2 teams that are bad.
Yeah.
The Pistons and the Magic. Other than that,
that's
at least competitive.
Any of those teams,
the Pacers, when you look at the Pacers roster, even though it's like a bottom 3, it's a good roster.
So good. Chris Duarte watch, baby. He's still balling. Numbers dropped a little. Yeah. He's averaging like 14, 13 now, I think. And
it's honestly kind of the same in like the West when you look at the records. Like obviously it's like
no, the West is
at
bad.
The top. Well, no, like you have your top heavy guys, but then the rest 4 of them through 10 are like within a game, aren't they?
That's in the West.
In the West.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 through 10 are all within a game. They all have at least 10 wins. The Jazz have been balling. They're up there, 3rd seed, 14 and 7.
Yeah, they've been doing the whole team thing, They got like 6 guys, I believe, averaging double figures. But with the Jazz, it's like, are they going to just be another regular season team again?
Yeah, because they've been a good regular season team.
They had the number 1 record in the West last year.
Yeah, number 1 last year. They didn't do a goddamn
thing with it.
Top 5 the year before.
But this year, Jordan Clarkson looks even better. So maybe that could be the thing.
Matt Conley, is it?
Mike Conley.
Or Mike Conley, yeah. Mike Conley's still on the team.
Yeah, Mike Conley, Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell.
It's
a ridiculous team, dude.
It is.
When you look at it, you
they
think
don't have the postseason chops, though. Yeah. I don't think so.
I mean, when you look at it, you think only Donovan Mitchell is like the superstar, but like
these
guys are high.
Clarkson plays like the bench superstar.
Yeah. Clarkson was 6th man of the year last year.
He's like an 18 points a game guy. Yeah. That's not an average dude.
That's some Lou Will.
3 very well.
That's some Lou Will shit.
Mike Conley, like that's
one of
a good
2
player.
NBA players with face tattoos.
Mike Conley is old too.
Yeah, he's old, but he's still balling. Rudy Gobert, I mean, he still give you like 14 and 11, 14 and 13, some shit like that.
He's averaging, I think, like 12 and 10, I believe. I'm not entirely sure.
And, he's a good defensive presence. You need that on your team.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great rim protector. One of the best.
Still top 3, if not top 1 rim protector in the league.
Yeah,
he locks shit down, bro.
But no, what I was saying in like the beginning when we started doing face first is the Warriors are going to be like my dark horse team to sneak into that Western Conference Finals or Finals.
Yeah, man.
And they are proven fucking right so far.
Crazy, man.
Jesus Christ, they're on top of the West.
Steph Curry's playing his ass off
this year. He was an MVP candidate last season. He's already playing
Wiggins has been playing well, too.
Yeah, Wiggins finally looks like an NBA player.
Yeah.
After all these years.
And they're finally getting Clay back soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's supposed to be back by Christmas. Draymond has been having an underrated season.
And they still don't have Wiseman in there, too.
Yeah, Kuminga's still in the G League.
The Suns, though, are right on their ass at number 2. They're on a 16-win streak.
Yeah, the Suns haven't lost in a long time.
In a long time.
Pretty ridiculous,
they started
man.
1-3.
16 is That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. They started 1-3, and it's like, they're having the finals hangover.
Yeah, we literally talked on here, like, is it time to panic about the Suns? Because there was DeAndre Ayton contract drama. Yeah. Chris Paul looked like shit. Devin Booker looked like shit. Was the finals a fluke?
It's all gone.
And they said
right out the window, dude.
Shut the fuck up, all right?
16 straight. And, like, they've been dominating, too.
Yeah, they made Brooklyn look silly this week.
Devin Booker, he's had a stretch. It's like his 4th straight 30-point game against Brooklyn the other night.
He's got to be up there.
Fucking
elite 2 guard.
Top 3 or top 4
And
scoring.
I feel like he's getting disrespected in MVP categories because I don't see him in it at all.
Because he has, like, Chris
all he does
Paul.
Is score.
He has, like, Chris Paul to facilitate for him, and, like, they look at that entire roster and think he's kind of a product of that as well. But I think individually, he is just a great player. He's an underrated player.
A lot of times he
manufactures
his own scoring, which is you can't look over that.
I think he's a superstar.
That team is not a playoff team in the West without Devin Booker. In my humble opinion, maybe an 8th
because they're deep. They got some guys. Cameron,
we all watched the final.
Take
Cameron
30
Payne.
points out of that lineup though, and who else makes up the 30? You put it all on Chris Paul and Ayton?
I mean, it's going to be 30 points. Sometimes he'll only give you 20. Sometimes he'll give you 18. Sometimes he'll
Ayton gives you like a 17 and 15.
16 and 12 rebounds. Yeah. That's like his fucking thing, dude.
I think last year he was like 18 and 12 or something like that.
Every time I look at DeAndre Ayton, I'm like, how are you like 23 or however old?
He looks like he's 50, bro.
Yeah, he looks like crazy. He looks like a mechanic, bro.
After Giannis, though, he is like the most athletic center in the league. He's a freak. Amazing. He's a freak. If that guy could shoot,
and he's so fundamentally good too. He's got good finishing by the rim.
Oh yeah, after Giannis, I'd say he's up there as like the best. Maybe after Rudy Gobert as well.
I don't know, Jokic too. Jokic probably has the nicest touch out of the big men.
I'm talking about in blocking, like post interior defense, post defense. Yeah, not like overall.
I was just talking about finishing, but
finishing at the rim.
Yeah, no, he is an incredible rim defender. The T-Wolves have been balling too.
Yeah, they just beat the Sixers.
Yeah, they're 7.
They did that ridiculous double overtime game, dude.
Which one? The Timberwolves?
The Wolves.
Yeah.
How did
the Sixers. So Timberwolves won.
Yeah, Timberwolves won.
By 121, 120. Yeah.
Yes. Ridiculous, dude.
Timberwolves, when I look, that's a roster that I also look at.
I love to watch that team, bro.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, Cat's having a great year, which we talked about earlier on the show.
Yeah, we both think he's a top 3 center in this league. He's playing like top 2 right now because he's playing better than he was last season. Yeah, Anthony Edwards took the next step, obviously, and D'Angelo Russell is just back to getting like 20 points a game.
He's just being D'Lo.
Yeah,
just getting his buckets and not really doing much
He had the
else.
most ridiculous shot in double overtime to like win the game.
Yeah,
it was awesome. You got to check it out, dude. It was either that or overtime to tie it. I can't remember which, but he had a ridiculous, just like ice in his veins 3.
He's the guy that started that in the NBA. I am a man.
So I mean, is it looking like Warriors and Suns are just going to completely run away, or do you think like teams that we're expecting when they get healthy, like Clippers and Lakers, to be at the top?
I don't think to be the Clippers are going to do shit without Kawhi.
Yeah, and LeBron just entered COVID
Even if they get him back for the playoffs.
Yeah, LeBron entered COVID protocols
and the
today.
Lakers were already in a bad situation.
He's out a mandatory 10 days.
I love it that the Lakers
like 3 games at least.
It rules, dude. I hate the Lakers and I want them to lose more.
Probably 4 games. Yeah, I do too, honestly, because I want to see a Suns and Warriors finals. I know everybody wants Lakers in the and like Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. I want Suns and Warriors.
Suns and Warriors, Western.
That would be a shooting, scoring frenzy. That'd be a bonanza.
Series. I'd watch the fuck out of that, dude.
Bonanza.
I'd watch the fuck out of that. Weird name guy.
Yeah, Jonah. I know you wanted to mention a guy who shares your name. Who
Jonas Valanciunas.
I thought it was Jonas.
Jonas Valanciunas. Balled the fuck out. He dropped 39 with 15 boards and 3 assists. Continuing his incredible shooting season. Yeah. He's 30.
Mentioned it before.
Yeah, we mentioned it last week, but we weren't sure on the sample size.
Mm-hmm.
But he's proven it. He's 30 for 58 from 3. That's 51%. Please don't hit me with that hatchet.
And he's been like the lone bright spot really on that Pelicans team because they've just been sad. Like Zion is a fucking shell, bro.
Yeah,
like,
Zion. I seen a meme. Zion's out 4 to 6 weeks, and then in parentheses it said Thanksgiving.
For real, bro. They need to get that man out of there. He's gonna completely flop if they continue to keep him.
Valanciunas is, I know it's Valanciunas. I know it's Valanciunas,
yeah.
By the way. I just like saying Valanciunas. He's probably adding some trade value to himself right now. Pelicans try to get a first-round pick out of him.
Yeah, don't they have that guy who's a GM of the Cavs?
Yeah, Dan Gilbert.
Yeah, Dave Gilbert. He always makes moves like just in the
Dan Gilbert.
He said Dave, bro.
He's been kind of shit. He's been really shit for the Pelicans, but
he was shit for Cleveland too. Yeah. The only reason he has a championship is because LeBron James blessed him by coming
McCarthy
back
in the NBA.
Yeah, just gifted one.
Classic, yeah.
Just like, here, let me grab your coattails and give me one of them things.
Right on through. Fucking
Yeah, man, the NBA is pretty fucking wild, bro. Let's talk about combat sports, baby.
Some real wild shit.
Speaking of guys getting fucked up. Speaking of guys who do fucking people up, Jose Aldo.
He is going to be fighting.
He is a guy that has, at a legendary level, fucked guys up. We've all seen the Uriah Faber fight.
Yeah.
How many guys is he?
Chad Mendes fight. The turnaround knee was probably the most beautiful knockout I've ever seen, honestly.
Is fighting in the main
after Edson Barbosa spinning heel kick, maybe.
The showstopper.
That Bahamonde spinning heel kick, that spinning wheel kick, dude. The other one was awesome, dude.
The off the
Anderson
fence,
Silva
bro.
to Vitor
the Anthony Pettis off the fence.
That's iconic.
That's most iconic.
Legendary, true. But Jose Aldo versus
Rob Font, I think, is definitely winning this fight. Although, don't underestimate Jose Aldo. He's beaten Marlon Vera and who else in his last fight?
He's got a reinvention at bantamweight, man.
Yeah,
didn't he beat Pettis? Aldo?
Oh, he beat Munoz last, and before that, he beat the guy I just said. Fuck.
Didn't Pettis Aldo fight like forever ago?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Am I high off the yak, bro?
I mean, Jose has only lost to like killers too recently in his last 3 fights. It's been Volkanovski, it's been like Holloway, it's been Peter Yan. He's just been getting fucked by a murderer's row of killers.
Literally.
But I think that's what I think Rob Font is, honestly. He's one of those murderers in that division.
What was Rob Font's last fight? Was it Cody Garbrandt?
I know that might have been his last fight or second last fight.
Destroyed Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, he wrecked the fuck out of Cody No-Chin Garbrandt.
Garbrandt
thought he was going to get the comeback. He's like, I beat Rob Font.
That's why he's moving down to flyweight now.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's fighting Kai Kara-France for his next fight.
What is flyweight?
125. Yeah, they have 125.
125 is such a fun division to watch,
I'm glad they have the small divisions, but like...
It's sick, dude.
When I hear the names, it's like... Yeah, no, yeah.
Them guys go crazy, dynamic, fun to watch. Just that cardio for days.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, Rob Font's a killer.
Fucking hammered.
I'm predicting he definitely KOs Jose
Font's
in the second
obviously
round.
The puncher.
And he will get the next title shot against Jan. And I can't wait for that fight. Oh, I'm going to be so upset if Jose wins. Because I really want Rob Font to fight Peter Yan so bad.
Sounded like some hated shit right there.
No, I love Jose Aldo, but I want to see Rob Font versus Peter Yan.
They got to get Aljo versus Yan out the way first.
Oh, Peter Yan will discard that quick.
Fucking more hurt all the time, that fucking loser.
Yeah.
No,
Aljo. And who took the fight from a DQ little bitch. He was going to dominate
championship by DQ. Yeah,
Jan will dominate him within probably 3-4 months, and then Rob Font after he beats Jose Aldo this week.
That's what it's looking like. That's the forecast.
Well,
there is one fight.
If
that fight could go down
if Jan wins the belt back. There's going to be a third.
He already won the belt back.
Oh, so this would be the third fight.
What, between Jan and he didn't rematch. He beat Cody Sandhagen for the title. Corey Sandhagen.
And Sandhagen beat the dude that won it off DQ?
Is a fight.
No, what's it called? His belt got dropped because he was injured.
Oh, okay.
With Aljo?
Okay.
Yeah, he had to forfeit the belt. So then Peter Yan destroyed Corey Sandhagen.
What are you trying to say, homeboy?
A fight that is coming up that has just been booked which I do want to talk about. Beneil Dariush and Islam Makhachev.
Beneil versus Islam. They're fighting. I thought they wouldn't fight each other.
They're fighting in February of next year.
Where?
They haven't announced.
Probably some Abu Dhabi shit. Probably some Abu Dhabi
contract is signed. They're fighting.
That's a tough one to call. I want to say.
I don't know.
I'm both of those guys are so highly skilled.
It's critical for the title picture in lightweight after the Oliveira Poirier fight. Whoever wins, that's probably the title eliminator bout at this stage. Whoever wins Oliveira Poirier in a couple weeks is gonna face the winner of that fight. I don't see it any other way.
Do not put it past Dana White to give Conor some bullshit fight when he comes back, gets a win, and then it gets the next.
According to him, he's not coming back till April. So
April.
Well, yeah,
but Conor's got the titanium shin.
His
invincible, unbroken titanium shin.
I hate him now.
He's been doing some crazy shit, walking, pacing back and forth in front of his TV, talking about how he's gonna beat the shit.
That shit was so fucking pathetic.
Yeah, he took it down.
Pathetic, dude. Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking loser, bro. Just stop.
See, I
just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he for real needs to just do what he did before the Cerrone fight. Just shut the fuck up.
And then
worry
go
about
in there
training
and win.
Just beat whoever they put in front of you.
Right.
Who they let you pick, by the way.
Yeah, right. You fucking piece of shit.
You fucking asshole. You get to pick your own opponents. And you're talking shit about guys that have already murked you,
Getting in Twitter beefs with DC and shit.
Yeah.
This is so dumb, dude.
Conor's dumb.
Speaking of fan favorites, Clay Guida.
Also
fighting on the same card.
Yeah, I've been surprised how active he's been, honestly. 3 fights in the past year.
He's always been that active.
And I didn't know he was only
a fucking
30,
iron giant.
39.
I didn't know he was only 39. I thought he was 43,
I
44.
did too.
I didn't know
when I looked up the card, because I was talking to my buddy at work today about the UFC event, because I thought the good card next week was this week. And I was like, oh, Guida's fighting.
He's younger than Cormier, even.
Yeah, I was like, Guida's fighting. He's got to be 42 or 43. And I looked, he's 39. I was like, holy fuck.
And it's always an entertaining battle. Who's he fighting?
I wish he still had the long hair, dude. He doesn't have the long hair.
Doesn't?
No, he doesn't have the long hair.
Who's he fighting on this
but he still looks like a fucking crazy-ass guy, dude.
Leonardo Santos, low-key.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I think Guida might be able to take this. I think the Santos is a newcomer.
They ought to give him a can, dude. They haven't given him any cans to crush in a while.
Throw him a bone.
Yeah, throw him a bone, man. Let him fucking...
They should have given him Gall.
They're like, listen,
is he Clay, no, he's
we're going to get you to
though.
40 and 18, and then you just get out
of lightweight. But actually, no, I think he still does have the long hair. He just, puts it up now.
Yeah.
Which... basically means that he doesn't have... Because he's always, pushing that shit out of his face. Looking like a fucking caveman and shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun guy to watch.
He was one of the first, fighters I seen when I was a kid. Because he's been doing this shit since, 03, I think.
I had just started watching around the same time Anthony Pettis started coming to the UFC. And his first fight in the UFC was Clay Guida. And everybody thought, they said Anthony Pettis. No, he didn't.
He didn't win.
They were all thinking they set up Pettis perfectly to win his first fight in the UFC and get the hype train going. And Clay Guida just ended up dragging him around for 2.5 rounds. He spoiled the fuck out of him. But hey, shout out Pettis though. He still ended up winning the lightweight title in the UFC as well. No matter what his recent losses have been, I'll always give respect to Anthony Pettis.
I want to see
he can't even win a match in the PFL now.
Yeah, he's completely fucking fried. He's the most watched fighter I've ever seen.
Pettis' kick in Strikeforce was in the WFA.
WEC.
Was the same guy
he beat. Benson Henderson.
Wow. Yeah, it was the same guy.
That's funny.
Well, that's because
the
UFC bought the WEC.
Twice, so I was that's why I was high on it.
The WEC used to be separate from the UFC, and then they absorbed it. That's why Jose Aldo and shit. It was because UFC only used to be only above that. They didn't have lightweight or featherweight or any of that shit before they bought the WEC.
Yeah.
That's why Jose Aldo was champ at the beginning.
Yes,
indeed. McGregor was the first champ that wasn't.
And why Uriah Faber always got the first title
he defended his title for a while.
But UFC already had 155, I think. It was the 145 and 135.
Featherweight.
Featherweight and bantamweight.
Because you had BJ Penn's weight.
Yeah, he fought a bantamweight and featherweight.
I want to see somebody in the UFC put someone in a spladle. I think Spladle is so demoralizing.
Nah,
bro.
the Twister, dude.
The Twister is the
fucking gnarliest one.
Sickest submission in the
they
fucking
taught us
UFC.
the Twister in wrestling.
It's
dude,
only been done what? I think
Yeah.
there's only 2 Twisters
there's
in the UFC.
No, there's 2 Twisters in the UFC, but then there's a couple in other organizations.
Yeah, I know Kim Young.
There's
Kim
like
Jong's
3 in
son.
Bellator or 2.
Fucking, I know
the same guy's done it twice
Korean
in
Zombie
Bellator,
has
dude.
one of them.
Who's that guy?
Korean Zombie had one of them.
Who, the guy in Bellator that's done it twice? Yeah, I don't know. But I have seen both of those. The Korean Zombie one was so gnarly,
Yeah,
dude.
the Korean Zombie one was insane. I think that was the first one in the UFC too. It might have been the only one.
No, there's 2, I think.
I thought there was 2 as well. I was just trying to think of what the other one was.
Dude, yeah, put that shit on the Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, dude.
So fucking sick.
Well, that's right before the Twister. Yeah, because you put the arm, you take it, put it behind your head, and grab around the neck and go.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
There it is.
It's that grip on the one leg. That's not the Twister. The Twister is that shit, dude. And it's fucked up, dude. It hurts so bad. It's just your back is being twisted in like a spiral.
With the Twister in the UFC.
Look at that.
Type in UFC Spladle.
Yeah,
What the
Twister.
You know what a Spladle is?
I'm sure once I see it.
I want to see what you're talking about here because I have no idea what a Spladle is.
Just type in Spladle. Yeah,
it's a banana split.
That's it. You wrap your
it's a banana split.
You wrap your
dude.
leg like you get like
nobody
here
calls
and
it a
here.
Spladle. It's a banana
split.
It's definitely a
It's
Spladle.
definitely
it's a Spladle in wrestling. It's a Spladle in wrestling.
It's definitely a demoralizing way to lose.
That
I
shit
agree,
sucks.
Jonah.
You guys want to talk about this guy
That's what we
Kevin
call
Lee
the
getting
pile
released?
driver.
Oh yeah, dude, I completely forgot. UFC
What are we
released
talking about?
another
They dropped
one.
that boy Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee. So he should go to Bellator next to
He
fight
has
Michael
lost
Rampage.
like 4 straight fights though.
Is
And
that
then-
straight?
yeah.
Get him out of here.
Kevin Lee hasn't won in a fat minute, dude.
Get him out
I
of
still
here.
thought like he was competitive enough and had enough of a draw that they would keep him, but
Get him out of here.
hey,
He was a one-time.
Well, he was
interim
good at
title challenge.
He was good at lightweight for a while, and then he went to welterweight and lost.
Hey, you know what I got to say?
He's never been out too.
Get him out of here.
And you get him out of here. Well, he's out of here.
Beat Edson Barboza.
He beat Gregor Gillespie, bro. What a
From
guy.
Canada.
But he lost to Killers.
Yeah, he lost to Killers. Another Jose Aldo type
He
guy.
lost to Gnarls
He's gonna beat
Oliveira.
Khabib.
Yeah.
The only reason he beat
That's the guy that
Barboza
beat
was a
Khabib?
doctor stoppage. Lame, dude.
He won a round, I think.
Oh. That's beating Khabib. I took a round off him. I don't know. Is there any other UFC shit y'all want to talk about? We about good here.
Dude, I'm fucking good.
We'll have a lot of UFC for next week, guys.
Yeah, we're
Don't
dropping
worry.
a big UFC
big
thing next
UFC
week.
episode next
269.
week. Look out for that shit.
Yeah, it's a stacked card. Sugar Shane's fighting.
Sugar Sean.
Oh, I said
Sugar
Shane.
yeah, Sugar Sean
Sugar
O'Malley.
Sean. The Sugar Show. Yeah, and he's fighting a top 15 guy actually this time, but he's not a can.
No cans.
Nice.
No cans.
Julian
around
Paiva
here.
is a good fighter. I watched his first UFC
And,
fight.
of course, what we're all looking forward to most obviously, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier
Yes,
to
indeed.
finally settle the lightweight division once and for all. Jonah, do you want to take us out?
Yeah, let's wrap this shit up. This has been the Face First Podcast. Thank you for listening. Make sure to check out our Facebook page. Check out our website at facefirstpodcast.com for all audio listening platforms. Thanks for rocking with us. I've been Jonah.
I'm Eden.
We'll see you fuckers next week, baby.
Thanks for rocking with us for 10 episodes, baby.
Yeah, thanks for being here for the Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Pink and Blue.
Sponsored by Pink and Blue.
And Big Ten.
And Big Ten. Wait, can we say the official Big Ten conversation?
And the official Big Ten conference from college football. The official Big Ten. The official Big Ten podcast. They like it because we don't talk about it.
You'll know they bought us.